What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Target exclusive 2-pack Michelangelo and the Foot Soldier. Here we do have Mikey and a Foot Soldier in the packaging. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get these guys opened up, and then we'll have a better look at the figures inside. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Mikey and the Foot Soldier posing out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figures, let's actually take a look at their accessories because they do come with quite a bit. Let's actually take a look at Mikey's accessories really fast. Mikey here does come with 2 pairs of hands. He comes with a pair of grasping hands. And then he also does come with a pair of thumbs up hands. So if you want to have him with thumbs up, you can do that. Mikey also does come with his 2 nunchucks, which do look really nice. He comes with 1 additional effect for the nunchuck, so it looks like it's spinning. He comes with a shell phone. And then he comes with a grappling hook, which actually has actual rope, and the hooks do extend out. So that's pretty good on Mikey's part, so I really do like that. Moving on to the Foot Soldier here, who doesn't get as many accessories, but he does get enough. The Foot Soldier here does come with a pair of fists. He comes with a pair of open karate chop hands. And then he comes with a pair of grasping hands. The Foot Soldier's final accessory is a blaster, which does look really nice, and I am glad that they included something with the Foot Soldier rather than just fists and hands. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at both of these figures. And so here we have a closer look at Mikey, and I have to say I really do love the way that this figure looks. It looks like he came straight out of the cartoon. The green isn't as bright as I would like it, and then the orange bandana comes off as a little more yellow. I would have liked to see it more this shade of orange rather than the lighter shade, but it does look really nice, and I do like it. If I have one complaint with Mikey here, it's that the face is too serious. Mikey is, of course, the party dude, so I would have liked to see a more happy, smiling expression on Mikey. But it does bring back memories of those really old Ninja Turtle toys, which I did have growing up, where Mikey had, I believe he had the teeth showing on the left side. I'm going to have to double check that. But really do like the way that they sculpted this. I do like the bandana. And let's just take a minute to talk about the paint job. I think NECA knocked it out of the park with this paint job. And there's many reasons for that. For one, we do get his base coat, which is this dark green. And then we also do get this darker green on the back to mimic shading. And it's prominent on the figure. It's almost like the light's hitting him directly. And then you have the shadow cast right here in the back. And then we also do have some line work painted in just to give it more of that cartoon animated feel. Again, NECA didn't have to do that, but it looks so nice. I think one of my biggest problems is that the orange that they used for the front is a little too bright. It almost comes off as yellow. I would have liked to see this shade of orange on the front and then maybe a darker shade on the back. But overall, it's still a nice looking figure. Even right here on his shell, you can see we have a lighter brown here, and then a slightly darker brown right on the outside of the shell. And you can even see that right here, how he has the dark, lighter green, then darker green behind the shell. Again, minor details like that they didn't have to do, but it just makes this figure look more like he came from the animated series. Shell on the back is a solid color, which I do appreciate the fact that they went all out with the darker colors being solid all the way in the back. You can see he does have the M for Mikey. One problem I do have with Mikey is that he does not come with any place to store his nunchucks. Now, if you wanted to, you can get the nunchucks in here, but it's really a tight fit and you do restrict arm movement. So I really wouldn't put it there. I would have liked to see a spot for Mikey's nunchucks, but it is what it is. Going onto his legs, again we get that dark green in the back to represent shadows. We get some lighter green in the front. I would like to see some more line work on his legs, because his legs do seem a little bare compared to the rest of his body. You can see they did add some lines right here. His calves, I don't have an issue with. The line work works for it. And then we go on to his feet. Classic 2 toes for the turtles. And then we also do get the darker green in the back. So overall, really love the way Mikey came out. Let's actually take a better look at the foot soldier now. And here we have a better look at the foot soldier. Again, NECA did a phenomenal job with the detailing on this figure. You can see how much love and care went into these figures. These are like a work of art, and they were handled with loving hands just because of how nice they came out. You can see how much detailing they put just in the head of the foot soldier. This purple is very vibrant and lively. I love the shade of yellow that they chose for the eyes. It's not too light, but it's not like an overpowering white or yellow. It's perfect. The red on his foot logo is done really well. It is a little bit sloppy, but for as small as it is, I can let it slide. Again, just the line work in him, in the face alone, is phenomenal. It really does bring back memories of the foot soldier toy. Again, just like with Mikey, the foot soldier has some shading right here in the back. And of course, the back is going to be darker than the front. Although with the black, there's really not much to add to it. So mainly the detail is right here in the purple. You can see the two shades of purple, the lighter shade in the front, darker shade in the back, which again, it looks like the light's hitting him from the front side. And then we can even see on his belt. If we line his belt up, you can see how that works. The light's hitting him from right here. Again, really good. Loving the detailing on his gauntlets right here. Just the line work in it is phenomenal. NECA really did take their time with these figures, and I am glad I finally have a set. His little tunic does drop down. His sash is right here, carrying over that same motif, so it is constant throughout the figure. His hands, unfortunately, are just one solid color, which I guess that's okay, because you can always have his hands facing the front, so I don't have an issue with that. I would have liked to see some line work in the hands just so it also has that animated feel to it. We go on to his pants, and they're the classic ninja pants. And again, carrying that same motif of the lighter purple in the front, darker purple in the back. No real line work right here, although, again, I think NECA missed an opportunity putting some line work right here in the folds and wrinkles of his pants. Because for the most part, his pants are really smooth. Correct me if I'm wrong, foot soldiers in the TV show were robots. I don't think they were actual humans, because I vaguely recall Leo and Raph slicing them up. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of another series, but I do vaguely remember that. You can see right here on his... They're not really boots, they're more like wrappings. The wrapping is done really well. You can see the sculpt work in it. You don't even need a lighter wash because it just looks so nice. Going all the way down to his feet. We don't have the traditional ninja boots, but we do have just foot wrappings. So it does bring out a lot of detailing in the figure. So that's the foot soldier for you guys. So what we're going to do now is actually compare both Mikey and the foot soldier to a few other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Mikey posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Mikey posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Popeye. Here we have the animated Michelangelo posed next to the NECA GameStop exclusive movie Michelangelo. And finally, here we have Michelangelo posed next to the rest of the animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here we have the foot soldier posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have the foot soldier posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have the foot soldier posed next to a NECA GameStop exclusive movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And finally, here we have the foot soldier posed next to the NECA animated series Shredder. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually take a look at their articulation. And let's actually start with Mikey first. Let's move the foot soldier off screen. Mikey here does come with quite a bit of articulation. He does have a ball joint in the head. He can look down and up really well. He can swivel left and right. And then he also does have, I think it's a secondary ball joint in the neck, which does add a little bit more movement. It's not a lot of movement, but it is noticeable. His arms do go out to about there. I think the right arm goes out further, yeah. I don't know why, but all of my figures have the left shoulder stuck for some reason. I can't get the left shoulder to go out past horizontal, but the right shoulder, no problem. His arms do go all the way up until you get to this point where his arm hits his shell. It does go, well, it doesn't really go back because it hits the shell. He does swivel at the bicep. He has a single bend in the elbow. He also does have a swivel at the elbow. Has a swivel and a hinge in the wrist. He does have an ab crunch underneath his shell, but it is really limited. You can see it can move side to side, some really little forward and back. So that's almost non-existent. They could have easily done away with that. His legs do go forward to about there. Not a problem because his shell is a softer plastic, so I am glad about that. Go back only to about there. Back shell is harder plastic. Legs go out to about there. Swivel at the thigh, although all my turtles have a really stiff joint right here in the left thigh. Right joint in the thigh, not so much. He is double jointed in the knee. No issues there. He can kick his own shell. And then we have a ball joint in the ankle, which works really, really good. So really do like Mikey's articulation here. Moving on to the foot soldier, we do get a ball joint in the head, so he can look up, he can look down, he can look side to side. Now, because the way his neck is designed, when you rotate, he rotates at an angle, so you can't get him to look side to side without the use of the ball joint. But the ball joint does offer enough movement there. Again, arms do go out. Left shoulder, really stiff, doesn't want to go out past there. Right shoulder, almost a little better. Arms do go out. Although if you do move them, be aware that because this is a harder plastic, it will jet the arm out at an angle. Same thing going back. He has a bicep swivel. Double bend in the elbow. No problems there. He has a swivel and a hinge in the wrist. Good movement there. No ab crunch or diaphragm joint, but we do get a swivel in the waist. Legs go forward all the way up. They go all the way back, all the way out. So he does really good ninja splits. Thigh swivel, double bend in the knee. Really good there. He has a boot cut swivel, a ball joint in the ankle, so it does go forward, back, side to side. And then we also do get a toe joint. A little bit stiff, but it does still work. So overall, I'm really pleased with these two figures. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get them posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So here we have the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mikey versus the Foot Soldier set posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do love the way this set came out. It really does harken back to the days of me being a kid, playing with my Ninja Turtles. I had all the figures, so having these in hand just brings back so many nostalgic memories. Even though the Foot Soldier doesn't come with the mace, the club, and a knife, I am still happy that he does come with enough accessories to make him look good. Mikey, on the other hand, comes with a ton of accessories, and it's a lot to take in. If I have one minor nitpick, I wish that Mikey came with 2 of those spinning nunchuck accessories. It does really look good when you have him pose fighting the Foot Soldier, and having all the other turtles in hand really does make these sets worth it. If you are looking for Mikey versus the Foot Soldier, it is a Target exclusive. So if you are looking for these 2-packs, hit up your local Targets. They are starting to hit stores as I am making these reviews. I did manage to track down all 4 sets, and each one is going to run you about $51 with tax. So that comes out to about $53, $54. Which is quite a bit, but you are essentially paying $25 per figure, so it is justifiable, and the accessories make it worth it. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000, and I really do recommend Mikey vs. the Foot Soldier. If you are able to get this set, add it to your collection. With that being said, guys, don't forget to check out all my other NECA reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Check out my Instagram account so you can see new figures upcoming in the coming weeks of my reviews. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments. And if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.